Good morning to you. Let me see, let me get my coffee. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. It is Ken. It's Saturday morning, January 16th. It's 8:27 a.m. I apologize for the late start this morning. Saw a couple likes go up. Thank you so much, whoever did that. I'm very insecure, as I like to say. I don't know if I like to say it, but it's true. And so when anyone likes, loves, shares my posts, it makes me feel real good. Good morning, Michael Leone. How are you? Good morning, Fritz. Good morning, Mike Miller. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. This is Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken. It's a little silly show I started about a year and 2/3 ago, maybe, year and several months ago. I was in a dark place in life, literally and figuratively. I was living in an apartment. I was lonely. I was sad. Had a lot of challenging things going on in my life. And I always knew whenever I talked about my problems or my troubles, not in an effort to whine, but just to get them off my chest, it always made me feel a little bit better. So for some reason, I decided to do it live on Facebook. And people started watching, and get out of here, Holly. My dog, Holly, wants to hog the show. People started watching, and I started getting a lot of messages back that come on, Holly. Other people felt the same, and it made people feel good watching me talk. And so I've kept doing it, and I haven't missed a show in about, I don't know, it's probably last July, probably at least a year and a half, which seems crazy to me. Hi, Trey. Sorry, I'm missing some of the comments going by because I'm doing my introduction. But anyway, so I built up a nice little audience, and so I keep doing the show. And for those that have been watching a while, there's only one rule to Saturday Morning Coffee with Ken, and it's that And it's that I don't get to have my very first sip of coffee on a Saturday morning until I push play, start talking live on Facebook. And I've done that now. So as I always say, Holly, no, come here, hold on. Get over here, come here. My dog, Holly, was interrupted me. It was going to distract me. So anyway, like I said, I don't get to have my very first sip of coffee on a Saturday morning until I push live on Facebook. And I have done that now. So without further ado, I'm going to have my very first sip of coffee. And wherever you are on this beautiful Saturday morning, I hope you have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. And if you do, cheers to us. Oh, that's good. I'll have another. I'm staring at it a little bit today. As a lot of you know, how do I feel? Gary, I'm on my second cup already. I think your later start is the cause. Morning, Mr. Ken. Thank you. I am Mr. Ken. That's what the kids call me. Good morning, Carlos. I feel okay. For those that are watching, probably most of you know, I tested positive for COVID this week. My whole family, Emery did as well, and we haven't tested the kids, but since they've been immersed with us the whole time, that's what I was getting to, Trey. Our our whole family's got it. And we were exposed, and I hate to say exposed because it sounds like I'm pointing my finger at my daughters, but they were over with us last weekend, and while they were there, their stepdad started feeling COVID-like symptoms and went and got tested and was positive. And the next day, my girls went and got tested, and they were positive. And 2 days later, I started feeling really, really sore and a little cough. And outside of that, not too bad, but just really body sore on Tuesday, I think it was. And took a test that day and got the results back the next day, and I was positive. And Anne-Marie, we took to one of the rapid places, and she tested positive as well. Trey had asked how the coffee tastes. It's hazelnut. It tastes okay. And I was giving it a little suspicious look because honestly, I couldn't 100% tell that it was hazelnut that I was drinking. People have been asking me, have I lost my flavor or sense of taste? And I'd say a little bit. I think my tongue feels sort of numb, kind of that feeling, not quite as strong as when you go to the dentist and they shoot you up with the Novocaine, but kind of numb, especially the tip of it. So it's somewhat reducing my sense of taste, I'd say. Let me check it out again, see if I can taste it this time. Thank you, Tony. So anyway, that's what I got going on. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of an experience I'm glad I'm finally having. For 10 months, we've all been kind of hiding and locked down and, excuse me, hopefully you can't catch it through live video. But it's kind of an experience. It's interesting. I like life experiences, obviously not horrible ones. But, I'm not putting this in the horrible category. I'm fortunate to have pretty good health, as is the people in my immediate family. We're still young enough and healthy enough, and none of us have asthma or diabetes or any of the pre-existing conditions that make this virus so deadly to so many people, I guess. So we're not in a high-risk category. So I have my mask on just in case. Rich Coffee is for closers. Nice mug. We'll get to that in a minute, Rich. Thank you. But anyway, it's an interesting experience, and it's one I guess I'm glad I'm going through. And honestly, I think we're rushing out these vaccines and trying to get everyone vaccinated. But I posted about testing positive the other day, and I got so much people, saying take care. But what I found interesting was, so many people on there said, oh yeah, I tested positive in November, a month ago or 6 months ago. Excuse me. And it seems like a ton of people have already tested positive. And, I think eventually, I read an article yesterday that COVID's not going to go away. Eventually it might morph into something just like the cold because we're all going to build up some immunity to it. So here I am. I guess I'm building up some immunity to it. And honestly, it feels pretty good. I was a little skeptical about taking the vaccine, to be honest with you, and I don't want to cause any trouble. But I was a little skeptical. I don't ever get a flu shot. I rarely get sick. So I tend to not worry about such things very much. So I don't want to take a shot that I don't think I need. I don't know eventually if I will or not, but hopefully this is building up some natural immunity for myself, my kids, my wife, and even my ex-wife and her husband. So hopefully, it does some good. And again, it's a neat experience. Not neat is a big exaggeration, but an experience. And overall, it hasn't been too bad. Anne-Marie was about a day later in getting the same symptoms I had, or day and a half or something like that. So I think I'm doing a little better than she, but she seems to be a little bit on the mend today as well, or this morning. and I'm hopeful that we're going to all be fine in a couple days. And in the meantime, it kind of feels like having a cold. So not neato. Well, I guess it's neato. Uh, but yeah, it kind of feels like I have a cold, and I'm getting further and further away from talking about my cup. But one thing that it's been good, there's been a couple good things for me. I've been talking a lot over the last several weeks about anxiety I'm feeling, and I really am going stir crazy, and I need to get out of the house, and I want to get back to living and back to working and back to seeing people. Just feeling sick has made me feel a little bit better about laying around and being quiet and living a lower key life at home and just laying around watching TV. I'm not one that likes to stay at home all day, as I've said before, but since I'm sick, it kind of, lets me know that it's okay to do nothing. So I don't feel lazy, and I'm not feeling ashamed or stupid or like I'm falling behind at all, because my body's telling me, hey, just chill out, lay around, rest, and watch some TV. In my experience, second week was more difficult than the first week. Don't tell me that, Dean. It hasn't gone away, I'll say that. Dean just said the second week was worse than the first for him when he had it. Yeah. I hope I'm not jinxing myself or something. I'm going to come down with this massive case of 104-degree fever and all sorts of bad ailments next week. But so far the first week hasn't been too bad. And, we're tired. We're getting a lot of sleep. That's why I was slow getting started today. But it really feels good resting in bed. And not having to go, jump out of bed and run off to anything, or not being able to do that. Kind of feels good. So that's why I started a little slow today. Thank you. I was debating wearing the robe or not. I'm in my sunroom, and I know this robe gets more attention than it should. But the sunroom's not heated other than a little space heater we have in the corner. I wasn't going to wear it, but then I remembered, well, it's cold outside, so it's probably going to be cold in the sunroom. And here I am with my robe in the sunroom. It is a beautiful, beautiful day outside. For those, are you going to name the baby COVID? No, Trey, we're not going to name the baby COVID. We joked about naming the baby Hazelnut. We're certainly not going to name it COVID. Not sleepy at 3 days. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not worried at all, Slavka, but I appreciate it. For those that aren't in the western suburbs, we woke up to a nice little surprise. Not surprise, I guess they said it was coming. We got some more snow, and it looks like it's going to be, kind of a pretty couple days, or a pretty day at least, with a lot of snow coming down, or at least over the next couple hours. I don't know about a lot, how much it's going to be. I just looked at the weather, and I think the neighbors are going to start hating me. I'm a guy that's always, used to, as a kid, me and a couple of neighborhood friends would go out with our shovels and shovel neighbors. Casey 19 Tracy. I don't know where that came from, Fritz. Casey Tracy? Sorry, I'm getting name recommendations. For anyone that's watching for a first time, I get it, Fritz. For watching for a first time, my wife is pregnant, and she's due in mid-May. Hazelnut bacon. She's due in mid-May, and we don't know if it's going to be a boy or a girl, or if it's, or what we're going to name it. And so we've been joking. My wife loves hazelnut coffee, and every morning, one of us would wake up and the other would say to the other one, hazelnut, kind of a hint for the other one to go downstairs and get the coffee started. And we joked, that silly little joke morphed into a possible name for the baby, but we're really not going to name the baby Hazelnut. Hazel maybe? I don't know. But anyway, so we're doing well, and I want to thank you guys for all the people reaching out, saying offering things to us, but we're doing okay. And in this world, Duncan, uh, in this world of Amazon and delivery service, it's kind of easy to get by without leaving the doors of your home. And I don't like it because I'm one that likes to go out and see people and smile at people and do all that. But again, we can get our delivery or groceries delivered to the door, and obviously we can buy anything we want on Amazon. And I was thinking about that the other day, by the way. Amazon makes it too easy to shop. My wife's a big shopper. She likes to go shopping, and I think she likes to spend money. Maybe we all do, but I think she does definitely. And every day we have different packages coming in, and I start to wonder, how necessary are all these packages? Do we really need, like, excuse me, now if we're, if not we, because I don't do it. If Anne Marie's laying on the couch and a thought crosses her mind, like, wow, it'd be great to have a new picture frame. Within like a day, we got a new picture frame coming at the door. And it's almost too easy to shop these days. Did she get her hot tub? If I'm close, if you guys need it. Thanks, Fritz. No, she didn't get, I'm sorry. My mind's fuzzy and it's bouncing all over, and I've got a bunch of different thoughts in it all at once. But makes it too easy to shop. And I like the days when I look at my bank account and no money comes out of it. I never have those days anymore because every day there's always an Amazon Prime charge coming out of the account. And again, it bugs the crud out of me. And I don't know if I can do anything about it, but again, it always makes me feel good to get my problems off my chest. And since that's one of the big things bothering me right now, I thought I'd share it with you. So thank you for watching. Kind of funny, I've got my dad trying to FaceTime in right now. Hey.
There he is.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
I'm doing my Coffee with Ken show right now.
Oh, go back.
Well, I am. They can hear you, so don't use any curse words. Hold on. Stay there right now, Dad. Hold on, Dad. Say hi.
Hi there.
Wait, can they see you? I don't know if they can see you or not, but there you go.
I'm Ken's old father.
Yeah, Dad, we'll talk to you soon.
Okay,
Wait, there
bye-bye.
he is. I don't know. I don't know if that worked. Yeah, I don't know if anyone saw him. I don't know where I was aiming, but my dad obviously is checking in on me, making sure that I'm feeling okay. And his FaceTime message came up on my computer, and I tried to hit disconnect. He's gone. I chased him away, but I appreciate the loves. Why does my dad get all the loves? My dad doesn't even have COVID. I'll tell him he got all the loves. Keep loving and liking that, and I'll take the credit for it. But it's my dad. He's visiting my brother down in Austin, Texas. Visiting. He's been there for like 3 months. And yeah, he's been there for like 3 months, and I think he's enjoying the change of scenery, and probably really getting to know my brother's youngest child, Holly, who's I think 11, and a wonderful young lady down there in Austin, Texas, that we don't get to see too much, but I think my dad's probably enjoying getting to know his one of his granddaughters a little better, and spending a little time. Glad your dad is doing good. And spending a little time in Texas. But yes, Fritz. Yes. Somebody just said Holly, because that's the name of our dog. And there is no connection to my niece's name and our dog's name. And I feel a little bit bad, and I don't think my brother loves it that our dog is named sort of after his daughter, but it's not. There was no connection. We bought her for Christmas. I think she might have been pre-named Holly before we picked her up, and we liked it. So anyway, somebody brought up the coffee for or my cup. Oh, my buddy Rich brought it up. As you know, I have a wide variety of coffee cups I like to bring out. Every day I kind of look at them and decide what I feel like today. And I forget the movie. I'm sure a bunch of people are going to bring it up. I don't know, Alec Baldwin. I don't know. But anyway, I chose this cup today because Anne-Marie and I always joke. She doesn't even really let me go out on buyer appointments anymore, as she seems to be better with them. And honestly, if I walk into a house and I don't like it a ton, I have a hard time hanging out in there. And I have Glenn Ross. I have a hard time hiding my emotions and my feelings. And when I'm happy, I'm happy. And when I'm sad, I'm sad. When I'm angry, I'm angry. And when I'm excited, I'm excited. And yes, it's on. Hey, wow, you guys are like a duet. So my emotions show. So I walk in a house with a buyer, and I'll walk into a room and go like this, or what's that, or hey, and I don't know how buyers feel about it, but I know my wife thinks I scare away more sales than I close. And so she's the closer of the family, and she tends to go out with most of our buyers. If I went out with them all, we'd never sell a house. But so she usually goes out with our buyers, and I usually give her this cup, just kind of teasing her. But she's the closer. She's the way better salesperson in our relationship. And again, that's why I chose this cup today. So thank you for noticing. So how are you guys doing? I'm going to pour another cup. As I've mentioned before, and Fritz, I haven't seen you on in a couple of weeks. As many of you know, I had a hard time keeping my coffee hot during the show because I talk for like 30, 35 minutes these days. And now you can see the steam rising. That I love. I'm going to sip it right up right now. And what was I saying? I don't know. I love hot coffee. That's not that exciting. Don't we all like our coffee hot? Ironically, my wife doesn't like our coffee that hot. Every morning when we get our 2 cups, I have to get an ice cube out of the freezer and throw it in her cup because she doesn't want to burn her lips. I don't know. Coffee's supposed to be hot. I like it really hot. The thermos. It's more than a thermos, Joyce. It's a thermos, I guess, but it's kind of almost a pitcher thermos. It's really wonderful. As you know, the first prize is oh my gosh. I don't even like coffee at all. Yeah. You don't drink, 2 guys in a row don't drink coffee? I'm going to block you from this show. Do you guys drink anything while you're watching me today? Nice job donating blood today, Trey. What blood type are you? Yeah, my coffee does not get cold. What type of blood are you, Trey? I'm O positive for anybody that cares. Yeah, it was a good, Joyce, it was a present from Anne-Marie for Christmas. So it feels great, and we take it up with us if we want a coffee in bed, or if we want to have it in the front room, or even if we're really lazy and want to have it in our sunroom. We bring it out here. You don't have coffee either, Joyce? A positive, cool. Water. Wow. What's the world coming to? I knew things had been changing, but I didn't know there was a bunch of people. Oh, pecan praline. That sounds interesting, Steve. You like more exotic coffee. I mean, it's not that I don't like it. I just haven't been experienced it. Again, we bounce between Sumatra and hazelnut. Yeah. Wow, I'm getting a lot. Good to see you doing well. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you. What is your favorite coffee go to every time? If I only could have... No, it changes. We're totally into the coffee conversation, which is way more interesting than talking about COVID. I'm so bored with COVID. I'm almost ashamed of myself. I posted on Facebook 3 or 4 times in the last 2 days about COVID, and I'm sure we're all bored of it and want it gone, and I want it gone. So it's nice to talk about something fun like coffee. How do you not have coffee. Thanks, Joyce. Yeah, I'm in shock too. Grape flavored. That's strange. Um, anyway, I love the interaction again. A lot of people are commenting. And when I first started, I felt like I was talking to myself. And it was kind of a lonely thing and very insecure. And remember, I was depressed and sad and lonely anyway. So when nobody would comment and talk and chit chat, made me feel even more foolish to be talking into my phone than I do now. So now it's nice to see everyone chatting down below. And it's kind of cool. I see people that are friends that wouldn't otherwise know each other on Facebook except through this show. And I think that's really cool. And I'll see a friend that I know from here talking to a friend that I know from over there that have no connection other than this show. So it makes me feel good to be blah, blah, blah. Be bringing people together in any way that I can. I always put cream in my coffee. I use cream and sugar, but stopped, and now only do cream. Alex, when I used to go to Starbucks, and it's been so long, it's so sad, Kevin Bacon, that yeah, I get it, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. When I go to Starbucks, I put cream in my coffee for some reason. And maybe because it's more of a treat, I guess. But I drink probably 10 cups of coffee a day on average. And, if you put a little shot of cream in 10 cups, that adds up to a lot of cream. And one of the favorite books I've ever read for like motivation and feeling good and doing good things is the Compound Effect. And it's about how little things over time make a huge difference. And I put that into play with my coffee. Again, if I drink 10 cups of coffee a day, which might be a little much, and poured cream in them, over time, over a year's time, that'd be a heck of a lot of calories. And so it's just one of the little silly things you do, and it probably makes a big difference over a lot of time. So Alex had asked, what's my go-to coffee if I could only have one? If somebody put a gun to my head and said, you're only going to get one flavor coffee for the rest of your life, I'd say the Sumatra by Starbucks. It's a nice, heavy, earthy, big flavored coffee, I feel. But it's very nice to be able to mix it up and not have to make a one coffee decision for the rest of my life. And so I mix it up, excuse me, with hazelnut and various other coffees. Just run a little longer. So I don't drink coffee. I need too much sugar, extra cream. Wow, we got a lot of coffee conversation. And really, this is what it's about. The coffee. Good morning, John. How are you? I was scared to hear you had some issues. I don't know. It's hard for me because people pop on and say things, and I want to engage with the audience. Carlos, you don't kill the taste. It enhances the taste. I don't want to bring up like medical issues from friends, but somebody just popped on and they brought up a medical issue, and I want to see how they're doing. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. You guys aren't even talking to me. You're just talking to each other. I hope you're feeling well. Debbie, I am feeling pretty well. I think the snow that's sprinkling down is making me feel a little better. It's been wonderful getting some good rest this last week and kind of being lazy. It's interesting. There's been times, I've been a realtor for a lot of people that know. Glad that you changed up a bit. I'm on my 16th year of selling real estate. That's crazy. Seems like just yesterday I got started. But anyway, I've been doing it for a long time. And there's been periods in my career where it's been very slow. And I've had nobody reach out. And I've gone, oh, does anyone know I'm a realtor? And that's not going on lately. But it's funny. We've been busier this last week. We haven't been, but we've been having to say, no, sorry, we can't go see a home. We can't go do this. And we've had to cancel on a lot of appointments due to the fact that my wife and I are sick. And the minute we've had several buyers reach out wanting to go see homes this week. And believe me, I hate saying no. Story about the best, worst showing you ever had. Somebody just asked about the best, worst showing I've ever had. I mean, I've had weird showings. I've had, well, first of all, I've seen gross things as a realtor. I've opened doors and they were only scary because I didn't know they were in there, but scary people sleeping in beds in dark rooms that go, huh? And I'm going, holy crap, I had an appointment to show your home today. And, I'm worried it's more dangerous than people know. I've had that happen several times where there's people laying in bed when I'm opening the bedroom door. And it's, I'm worried they could have a gun and shoot me. What else has happened? Best showings. That's a better question. It's interesting. And again, I'm very open and honest when I'm showing homes. My favorite part about showing homes is when I'm working with a buyer and we've seen a bunch of homes and we pull up to a house and something about it looks right on the outside, and the yard is taken care of, and the house looks in decent repair, and we go up to the front door. I mess with the keys. We open up the door. We walk in, and it happens. It usually happens every buyer we work with, because this is the home they end up buying. But we open the door. A nice smell comes out. We walk in. We go, oh, wow. We've seen 20 homes already, and none felt right. But something about this, and it's hard to exactly place what is magical about that experience. But there's something magical about the right home. And we walk in, and it smells good, and the lighting's good, and the decorations are good, and it feels right. And there's just this feeling in the air that you get with a little experience. You can sense when the buyer and you're all going, this is the home for my client. And it feels so good. And it's probably the best part of being a realtor is that magical moment when you walk into a house that's right for your buyer. And everybody knows it. And your clients either are quiet because they don't want to let you know they want to write an offer. It's not like I'm on their team. I can't close the door anyway, so they might as well tell me how they feel. But it's just a great feeling when a buyer you walk into the home that you get the sense is right. And there's an excitement with the clients. And I always say, and I could be wrong, maybe I'm just cynical, and maybe this is why Anne-Marie doesn't let me show homes. But if you walk into a home with a buyer and they start asking a bunch of questions like, well, how old's the roof? How old's the furnace? How old's the AC? And I know we're all a little bit different. I find the one question buyers ask when they really like a home is, how can I buy it? And they're very excited. And it's a super neat feeling as a realtor. And, we don't get it every showing, of course, but it feels great when you walk into the right home for a client. So anyway, those are the best experiences. So anyway, we've been super busy. We've been saying no to a lot of buyers, several this week. I want to go see homes, and we hate that because we like selling homes. We actually had a closing this week. I don't even celebrate those anymore. We used to, and I was joking with Anne-Marie, we used to, like all realtors, just sold, just closed, happy for our buyers and sellers, and posted all over Facebook. But we've had enough of them that the excitement of the closing is over. I like getting new business, and when a client closes on a home, that's kind of the end of old business. And at that point, I'm like in panic mode and going, boy, we need to replace that. We need to get new, fill the pipeline with new clients. And so I don't celebrate closings nearly as much as I do as generating new business and new buyers and new pre-approvals and that sort of thing. And that's what gets me excited. And we've done a lot of that this week. We got a couple listings remaining from, and I don't want to bore you with real estate, but, and I've talked a long time already, and I apologize for that. Do you put my offer on that $10.5 million peso? No, Trey, I did not put your offer on that $10.5 million home. I think it's still available. I posted a home the other day. The most expensive home I've ever seen came on the market in Naperville the other day. The most expensive home in Naperville. I forget, 22,000 square foot home with a 10-car garage on 2.5 acres. Just came on the market last week, and if anyone wants to go see it today, I'll wear 6 masks and show it to you. If you got a pre-approval for $10.5 million, it was $230,000 commission, Joyce. But a beautiful, beautiful home came on the market for $10.5 million in Naperville the other day. I don't know what the most expensive home has ever sold in Naperville, but I don't think it's $10.5 million. Well, Brad, those are quiet celebrations, and I haven't had a burrito in a while, so no. I used to go get a burrito every time I would have a closing, and it was my little way of celebrating. Whatever happened to your scooter store plan? I always thought that sounded like a fun business idea. Maybe one of us wins the Mega Millions. Yes, Steve, it's still out there, and it's so put on the back burner. I'm just enjoying riding my scooters when weather permits. About 7-8 years ago, right after I got divorced, I was down. I hate to keep saying I was down. I hate to keep talking and making you the show too long. I don't want to do that, but what the heck? What else do I got to do today? I can't even leave my house. So if you guys want to listen, I'll keep talking. About 7-8 years ago, I got divorced, bought a scooter, loved it so much, and couldn't understand why everyone in the world didn't own a scooter. And decided I wanted to own a business, Naperville Scooters. And I put all my focus and all my focus, my energy, my thoughts towards my love of scooters, my passion of the joy, and my will to, or my want of sharing that joy to everybody. You're right, Fritz. Should get a snowmobile is probably the winter equivalent to a scooter. But put that on the back burner. Honestly, it wasn't the right time, I don't think. Although, when is it ever the right time? Sometimes you just got to go for it. And I will, Joyce. Thank you. But really, still in the back of my mind, and Anne-Marie's excited about the concept too. I'd still love to own a scooter business. I hate to sound like a fuddy-dud, but the realities of opening a retail business or a dealership, a scooter dealership, I like that. Not sure why my wife would appreciate the celebration. Huge though, needs something smaller and more. I still think scooters are one of the funnest things. I mean, probably one of the best purchases I've ever made. And you can buy them cheap if you buy them used. The first scooter I had was a 125cc scooter, which, you know, if I completely floored it, probably went like 50, 55 miles an hour. And yes, he does what? What are you guys talking about? Ever go on the highway? And I paid like $1,200 for it. And at the time, I didn't even own a car. It's kind of funny. Again, it was right after my divorce, and I would show homes on this little thing, you know. And I remember following a client out down Butterfield Road in Aurora, and I think the speed limit on it was 55 at one stretch. And my scooter could barely even go that fast. And you know, when you are riding on the highway and the speed limit says, or the road or whatever, and the speed limit says 45, most people are going 55. So if you're on a road that says 50, 55, cars are going 60, 65, 67, and it was a 2-lane road, and I'm on this little 125cc that couldn't keep up with the speed limit, and my palms are sweaty just thinking about it. And yeah, following a car to some neighborhood in Aurora, and just a funny experience. So now I have a much bigger scooter, It can go plenty fast enough for everything. No, I've never taken it on the highway. Um, but now I have a Suzuki 400cc scooter that I love, and I'm excited, excuse me, for the weather to change. Or not for the weather to change. I still want some more snow, but I'm looking forward to summer and spring where we can get out and ride the scooter again. Anne Marie's probably not going to, she loves riding it as well. I don't know, she's due in May. I don't think it's very appropriate for a pregnant woman to be riding a scooter. It's probably dangerous for anybody. Scooters are for closers, Jonathan Baker. You should borrow my Harley. Nah, I don't know how to ride. I don't know how to shift gears on a motorcycle. I do on a car, so I guess I could figure it out. But I do think your Harley's pretty cool, Trey. It's a smaller one. I got a lot of buddies that own Harleys. Most of them have these massive ones, and yours seems more manageable, and I think it looks pretty neat. That's a hell of a deal. It's for you, Henry. I don't know. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, my coffee got tepid. I was too busy talking and not enough drinking. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. And again, I'm sorry my talk is going long. I appreciate you guys watching me like I do every week. And really excited to feel for the next week to pass, because I think the real estate market is really ready to go. And I say that just from looking at the showing activity in our listings and the buyers reaching out to us to go see homes. I think there's a lot of excitement now that the year's over. I could talk a long time today, and I don't want to do that. But I think for some reason, and I hate to be cynical, it seems strange that the mayors of like New York and Chicago are now saying we got to open up everything. We got to open up all the businesses. And because we can't keep them shut, there will be nothing to open back up to. And all of a sudden, that's like the popular thing. It's not that the metrics of COVID have changed. It's not that the deaths are down. But for some reason, I noticed some politicians saying, oh, we got to open up the businesses. We got to get the restaurants and bars open. And I've been saying that since last March. And I used to post it on various groups. And it's not just me. It's not just me. People are saying it. But I used to post that on groups, and I would get slaughtered. People would say, oh, you're selfish, you're ignorant, you're a science denier, you don't care about other people. But now, the mayor of Chicago just said it the other day, and it was posted on the same group, and not one person complained. Not one person called her a science denier. Not one person called her she didn't care about other people. But when I said it, I got killed. Anyway, I just went political there. Drives me crazy, though. Exactly. Thank you for saying it out loud. Well, I appreciate it, but again, I felt that way forever, and have hated to see the businesses shut. And I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a doctor, but again, just having all the businesses shut has layered the world with kind of a sucky feeling. And the thought of businesses being able to open up again is so exciting to me. And hopefully, so I'll try not to be cynical and wonder why these politicians suddenly feel this way. I'll just enjoy that the world seems to be coming around to we got to open up. And before I let you go, one thing I'm extremely excited about is Anne-Marie got the kids registered for school. Hopefully, they're going to be, they're supposed to be starting a hybrid model in Naperville on, I think, January 25th. And honestly, I think the hybrid model's stupid. But that being said, it might be a step towards full opened up school. And that's what I'm hoping for, and that's what I'm excited for, because I feel horrible for my kids or our kids. I think, they're just laying around too much. And I don't know how to keep them busy, but I think they need to get back to school. They need to get back to learning and socializing and being kids again. And yeah, Joyce, I think maybe the hybrid model is a baby step. So if it makes people feel better about the whole process, Sounds like a bunch of government rules. Kids go from this time to this time in the morning, and other kids go in the afternoon, and kind of half measures. But I guess if you got to take a bunch of half measures to take a whole step in the right direction, it's worth it. So I'm okay with it. So feeling good about that. Feeling good about the businesses opening back up. Feeling good that I'm getting some natural immunity while staying at home. And hi, Patty. And feeling good about a lot of things. We got a baby coming in mid-May. Our real estate business is going well. Outside of this minor setback, my family is all healthy and well. And we got a lot of things to be grateful for. And I feel good about that. Fritz Wilson, he's lost weight. Are you talking about me or who? I don't know who you're... Oh, probably Pritzker. The one another benefit of COVID is I'm not that hungry, so I think I've lost like 10 pounds. I was getting extremely fat. I hit like a new all-time high. I was up to like 215. I'm usually between 200 and 205. I hit 205 or 215 the other day, and the next day I woke up sick and achy and not that hungry. So I think I've lost about 10 pounds since then, so that feels good. So there are benefits to COVID. So anyway, I don't know what else I have for you. And I've talked for 42 minutes. And my wife is waiting upstairs in bed. As I've said before, she always waits up in bed while I do this show. And then she comes back down and we watch it together, taped. And it feels vain, but okay, I thought that. I'm not gaining weight, Dean. I'm losing it. Dean is my food critic, my Naperville food critic, and he always posts beautiful pictures of food and always makes me hungry and gives me ideas for lunch. So Dean likes the idea of a big meal as much as I do. So anyway, we are, I need to get off and go on my day, as we all do, although I don't know what the rest of our day holds. But I'm going to go get my wife soon, and we're going to come down and watch this little live talk show that I do. And it seems vain, but I even find some enjoyment in watching myself talk. I talk to myself a lot. So that's what I like to do. But anyway, again, I don't know what I have for you. I appreciate you guys watching and sharing part of your Saturday morning with me. Did you tell us a while back you guys were getting a new puppy? Did you decide to trade that idea for baby? Christine, yeah, we were looking to get a new puppy. And I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. We love puppies. But we actually, our breeder that we got Holly from was having a new litter. And we love Holly. We think she's beautiful. We love her coloring. But she's an English Springer Spaniel. They come in brown and a few different color combinations. And she's brown dominant. There's also a black dominant version. And we were hoping to get 2 different colored dogs. And we wanted another female. And we wanted another female. And they did not have a black dominant female in that litter. So we said, well, let's wait till later. And she's not on yet. Everyone's saying hi to Anne Marie. Nobody even cares about Ken. But I'll tell everyone she said hi, and she reads all the comments and loves it too. So everybody that says hi, she reads all the comments you guys are making, and she'll comment back if you say anything cute. Don't worry. I know y'all want to see her. But anyway, so we decided not to get a puppy now, and it's probably best. Again, we got all the kids, and we got a baby coming, and puppies, I don't know, we love dogs, though, so it might be cool. Yes, that's true, Fritz. But anyway, it's about your dad and Emery. It's an overthrow. It's a coup of the Coffee with Ken. And anyway, again, I want to thank you guys for watching, and we do want to see her. Add sugar. Should I bring her down? Can I text? I can't text her. I'm using her phone. I don't want to yell up. Then I'll have all the kids come down. We'd love guest appearances. Do you guys want me to go get her? She'd kill me if I walked through the house and got her. Are we that bored? No, I can't do it. She'd kill me. I'd go into the bedroom. What if she was like changing and naked? I would get up ratings. I don't know if a pregnant woman being naked would get ratings up, but no, I better not. Maybe next week. See what she says. No, bring in Marie. Homicide is not cool. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're chanting for. You guys are crazy. Joyce, relax. I'm not going to do it. Maybe next week. But anyway, come on, let me sign off. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank you for sharing your Saturdays with me. Maybe next week. We'll talk about it. I'll run it by Emery. Thank you for watching and sharing your coffee with me today and sharing part of your Saturday morning and your weekend. I want to thank you guys again for all the love and support you get me. You give me and my family every week, and all the messages I got and the concern I got about COVID, and I wasn't looking for it when I posted this, the post about COVID, but I do appreciate it just the same. We're doing real well. We're feeling good. We feel like we have a cold and we're a little tired, but anyway, we're feeling a lot better, or not a lot better. We never felt that bad, but I'm not as bad as I was. But anyway, looking forward to feeling a little better, getting out, selling a bunch of homes this year. Again, we had one closing earlier in the week. I'd love to sell about 40 homes this week, or this year, which is what, 3.5 a month or something like that. So we're a little behind pace, but that's okay. We're going to have a big year ahead, and we're excited about it. So looking forward to getting back, looking forward to being healthy, looking forward to having some natural immunity, looking forward to schools being open, looking forward to businesses being open, and looking forward to great things ahead. So I apologize for going so long today, but I appreciate you, the viewer. I appreciate you watching and giving me your love and support and care every week. And I always say it, if you got kids in your house, give them a squeeze and tell them you love them. I grew up in a time, as a lot of us did, where we were kind of repressed our emotions, especially love, and kids need love. And if you're fortunate enough, and again, I say this with kind of a heavy heart today, I say it every week, if you're fortunate enough to have your parents, one of my best friends lost his dad this week, and it happened real quick. His dad was older, obviously, but again, his health deteriorated. He was doing fairly okay, it sounded like, around Christmas, and he passed this week, and it wasn't COVID-related for anybody that's watching or cares. But again, so I say it this week kind of with a heavy heart, but I say it every week, and I mean it. If you're fortunate enough to have your parents around, reach out to them and say hi or tell them you love them if you're okay with that, because I know it means a ton to me when my kids even send me a text saying hi. And as you guys saw earlier in this video, my dad FaceTimed. I try and touch base with my dad pretty much every day because I hope it makes him feel the same way. So again, a little shout out to my buddy, thinking of him and his family who lost his dad this week. And yeah, so anyway, reach out to your parents. But anyway, thank you for watching. Sorry for the late start. Sorry for the long show. Hope I didn't bore any of you, but I appreciate you. I appreciate all you guys mean to me. And I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.